Anyway, here we are on a Zoom. This is never a good sign when three people are meeting on Zoom.
This feels like something in like Austin Powers when the heads of the evil people meet or something like that. Or
Zoom,
either that, or it
yeah.
feels like it feels like we all got Me Too'd and we're about to make an apology.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Apology video, or you're meeting with your lawyers.
Yes.
Chris Me Too'd Joe, and I was a witness, and we're all here to just spill the beans.
Free that. Yeah.
Chris led me on for a very long time, and I finally made a move, but I made it in the workplace, and here we are.
Oh, I said he did it to you. Now you're confessing you did it to him.
Oh, you said he Me Too'd me. I thought that meant he charged me with a Me Too.
Now I'm not even credible as a witness.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say the honest truth. Brian Quinn sexually assaulted me last week in London.
Yo, did you guys go to the Met game?
Yes, we did. He sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in the seventh inning.
I just saw that online. Like I didn't know. That was fun.
That's wild.
It was great. We were in London together for 4 days. We saw each other for, I'm not lying, 90 seconds on one of those days. That was it. Our hotels were 200 feet away from each other.
Oh, I thought you went to the Met game together.
We did, but we were sitting in opposite places. And in these stadiums in London, if you can't just float around the stadium. We were in different sections, and the security doesn't let you leave your section unless you leave the stadium. So I couldn't just go meet him in the next section. They don't like any riffraff like that.
So London segregates. Interesting.
London segregates.
Okay.
Yes.
Shame. It's a shame.
Right. Yeah. I have no interest in any of this.
Yeah. And that brings us to our next point, is the reason why these podcasts are going on hiatus is because we didn't feel like we hit the diversity quota we strive to hit with our staff and with our guests. So we felt that this podcast is too white.
I'm half Latino. You're half Latino by marriage, and he's Egyptian.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot Joe's.
It's not enough.
No, that was the problem. Was there wasn't enough white on the shows.
We all play white.
Chris just kind of slid it in. We didn't say it yet, but
that's how I roll.
Maybe it's better that you slipped it in like medicine and applesauce. We're going on hiatus. That's why we're here. That's why you're seeing the three of us together too, which we never do because it's two separate shows. But we are taking a hiatus, and this time it's a real hiatus, guys. It's very bittersweet, but it's not like for a month or whatever. Our schedules and lives have become too, it's just been too. I'm sitting in Austin right now. Sal's in Staten Island. Chris, where'd you move to?
Queens. Yeah.
Everybody has families. Sal is now a father. Chris has been a parent for some time. I'm married to the stage. You know that goes. But it's tough. We've been having a very hard time delivering on the shows in the way that we were able to a few years ago, and when we, COVID has, of course, helped keep us all in the same place, and
that's all we need. We just need another big pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Also, we got a few things that got good news in our careers, and
yes,
a couple of projects that are requiring a lot of our attention, and so we don't want to stop this, but we just have to take an indefinite hiatus to get through all this stuff and to get back to a place when we finally do come back, whenever that may be, where we can put into as much time and effort into the show as we want to, and as you guys deserve. So,
it's been so fun. It's been so amazing. The fans are so incredible. I can only speak to my own experiences, but I can't express enough. Going to Skankfest and going on the cruise and walking down 6th Street in Austin, or, wherever it is, man, like where comedy fans are abundant. It's just like, it's wild. Like all of the taste buds love that we get. And, people coming out to my stand-up shows and yelling DeStefano is a pig. And it's wild. It's so great, man. It's so great.
I love that you're being like having a sincere moment, but Chris has this smirk on that is just trying not to laugh at you.
Because I just can't, because I mean, just the angle of this video, just fucking coming from under your chin, you looking out the window, trying to get like sun-soaked eyes, you trying to be serious about anything at all. You're a fucking pig, dude. You moved to Austin. Sal has a kid. It takes 2 hours to get to the studio. We're not doing it anymore. That's what it is. I'm starting history hiatus again. Fuck the both of you.
I'm going to start a podcast for the honest. I'm going to make sure you can't do hiatus.
It's going to be
Joe's back on the Jokers, and Sal's fucking taking off and he's doing his second movie. We're done.
Well, all right, it's fair enough.
We're going on hiatus till Nate Bargatze's off the road so we can get Pimp back, and him and Steve will be our new team.
We do have to shout out Rice-A-Roni, though. He's the best.
Steve Rice-A-Roni.
Yes.
That will not be the end of Steve.
No.
We are going on this hiatus, and then Steve's with us wherever we go.
Yeah. And when we come back, Steve's with us, of course.
And also too, thank you to everybody that was part of both shows. Pimp, Venetia, Steve, like everybody was so great. It's been great, man. It's been great. I honestly am a little, tad emotional. I'm not, but
well, we were talking about
I don't want to get too heavy, but it's sad.
we were talking about maybe doing something with the three of us.
Yeah.
By the way, the reason I keep looking at the windows is there's a drive-through across the street. I'm going to get a cheeseburger.
Oh, that's a good place you situated yourself. That's real good.
There it is.
You're going to be peering at it like all day long through the blinds.
What is it? Is it a Whataburger? What is it?
I don't want to say because then the stalkers will know where I live. They can locate the building. I learned that from Sal. Yeah. So wait, what are you saying, Sal? Sorry.
No, I said we were talking about maybe doing something in the interim during the hiatus with the three of us, whether it be like, a pod with the three of us audio only, or maybe a live show, whatever it is. We might do something with no pressure, just to have some fun and to keep a line to you guys and to give some content and stuff. Kind of might be we think it might be a fun new dynamic to just have the three of us on for a bit and see how that plays just while we're sorting stuff out, because we don't have to be in the exact same place to do that, except if we do a live. But I'm excited about that.
Me too. And that's so important. That's so important to translate right now, guys. Like this break, we're all going out with a lot of love, and it's been so fun. It's just been so fun. I don't mean to get maudlin, but like I just don't want anybody to think like, oh, it's coming to a sad end, or it's not. It's all been so fun. We all love each other. We can't wait to do more stuff together. It's just honestly, and not to sound corny, but I do mean this. It's a matter of we can't bring you guys, and I know we've said this in the past, and we've tried to take these little breaks, but we've just realized we can't bring you guys the product that we should be bringing you. We feel it, the energy. We like,
it's a flat out schedule thing.
Absolutely.
There's no free time. We they don't know this behind the scenes, but we have to. It's like a beautiful mind trying to figure out when we can actually get in the same room because of our schedules. So.
And nobody wants it to turn into no pressure the college years, where it's like there's only one of us left. The entire cast is different. So anyway, so that's it, man. That's the announcement. Chris, you're a pig. Sal, I love you.
So this past Thursday was the last Hey Babe, and today I think after this message is the last
taste buds.
Yeah.
Listen, when we do pick up,
babe.
We'll pick up with the tournament we're supposed to do, and this and that, the guests we're supposed to have, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All
They
right,
couldn't fit
guys.
this refrigerator through my door. I was supposed to get a refrigerator delivered. All these people were here, and they couldn't fit the refrigerator through the door, so now I have no refrigerator.
Through the front door?
They could not fit the refrigerator we ordered through any of the doors, so
Let
they
me.
just made us sign something, and they left.
Let's make a note of this, and let's make it known to the public that you are such a animal. You ordered a refrigerator, they couldn't fit into your house. You got a refrigerator so big, you disgusting fucking animal, that they couldn't even fit it into your home.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
ridiculous. I've never even heard
Couldn't
of that.
fit it in the door.
The doors are standard sizes.
I guess this refrigerator wasn't, because I wanted to get one that you had a water pump and you were able to fill the water, and it had 6 different compartments for deli meats.
You think a water pump is what caused them not to fit through the door?
Yeah, dude, the guy told me you could fit a whole pig roast in that fridge.
you have the 2 ends for the spit roast of just put.
Yeah.
You have the pig. If you open the door, the pig is in there turning.
Turning. Yeah, so I'm screwed.
Oh my God. Well, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen to this. We're all on the road. We all got dates. All right. It's ChrisDComedy.com, SalVulcanoComedy.com, JoeDerosa.com. Did I get that right?
Yep.
I
That's it.
mean, I got my specials out right now. Terrified on YouTube. We're all on the road. There's a bunch of new exciting projects coming out for all of us, which we can't talk about right now. But I mean, look, maybe we get dinner next time that you've come back to. I don't know where you, Joe. You're just like a nomad now.
I'm out there.
Are you gonna get cowboy boots?
No.
Why don't you get cowboy boots? Chris and I think it's a good idea.
Maybe a guy leaves them here after he leaves, but
yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I've never been a fan of cowboy boots. I don't like cowboy boots.
What about just spurs on your sneakers?
That I would do.
A kerchief.
Cowboy hat and cowboy boots. I would look. They don't look. Neither look right on me. It looks absurd.
What about getting just a gun, a revolver?
That I would love, dude. Oh, I would love to go on stage with a gun.
Gun, yeah.
Can you grow your hair and beard out really long like Yosemite Sam?
Ooh, I like that.
I could. Well, if I grow my hair and beard out, I'll be banned from Texas. They'll ship me back to the border.
You do look like you do have migrant face.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as word gets out that you're Egyptian.
I know. My dates are numbered.
Guys, the hiatus is going on until Texas finds out Joe's Egyptian, and then we'll be back with new episodes.
All right, everybody. We love you. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you all for everything.
Hit up the email. It's nopressnetwork@gmail. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
If you want to relay anything to us, we'll monitor it. Shout out to Rice-A-Roni. We love him to pieces. And he will be back with us, and that's kind of it, man.
All right. Love you guys.
Exciting new stuff. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. 2 fools gonna fight, but only 1 food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the
Time 2.
T-A-S.
Wait. Leave it in. Time 2. TASTE buds. No, Sal was saying before we started rolling that we didn't used to sit in this configuration. We did. When we first started recording here, we were in the opposite chairs.
No, but
people said, please switch back to your proper sides.
Really? But in the office, my last office,
yes,
when we sat with our backs against the wall, wasn't I closest to the door?
No, the only time when you were...
you're right. I'm thinking of, because I switched. Hey, babe.
Yes.
Hey, babe, I sat in your seat.
And also, when we had guests, sometimes I would sit farther away and you would sit closer. But no, that was our configuration. That was always the configuration. I doubly remember because when Ari rubbed his asshole all over the chair, it was on this side of the
Shout out chairs.
Shout out to chairs and shout out to assholes.
There's not a better. Is there a better chair than a swivel?
A rocker.
To be able to sit a rocker, you think?
Well, but not like, I don't mean like a proper rocking chair.
Yeah.
But a chair a nice office chair, like a gaming chair, like with the leather and lumbar
there's
support.
Something about this
Swivel's nice. Don't
high
get me wrong.
arms, easy motion back and forth.
Don't get me wrong. Swivel's nice.
Yeah, it's like it feels like I'm getting a real treat.
I'm not. I ain't mad at a swivel.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at a swivel.
you know, I don't have swivels in my home, and then when I come here, I realize how much I enjoy them.
I got you. I'm with you. You don't have any swivels in your home at all. You know, neither do I. Now that I think about it,
I'm gonna change that.
my only in my gaming room I have swivels.
I don't mean like that lame ass like old school computer chair, like that looks like ET. You know, like just the back paddle and then like a bar and then it's like very light and it just swivels.
Wait,
I don't
what
mean
did
like
you say?
You know, like those old school
like a
computer-
shitty office, like a cheap office
yeah,
chair.
like the old ones, like
Yes.
like you know what I'm saying. But like I mean like this, not even that. I mean like you know what ones I'm talking about, like the ones that will like
Dude, by the way, office chairs, very pricey.
Yeah,
I went to IKEA to get a new office chair, thinking I was going to catch a break at IKEA. They're like $600 at IKEA.
Listen, this is a direct message to the office chair manufacturing people. You're out of line. You're out of pocket, and you're on a runaway train right now, and the bottom's going to fall out because it's not sustainable. And I don't know who you're marketing to, but the average person in an office job doesn't need a $600 chair.
And you know why? They saw something and they pounced on it. As soon as people start talking about lumbar support and progressive,
that being said, shout out lumbar support.
yeah, it's great. But progressive back problems and all that stuff, and as soon as they start talking about sitting could be bad for you if you do it wrong.
Yeah, like
they jumped
say
on
you
that.
Die longer.
Yeah, they jumped on that. Like,
No.
see this chair. This is why it's so expensive. It's bullshit.
Right, because they didn't want. So people started standing. I'm sorry. I have coworkers. What the hell is that?
That's a cockpit gaming chair.
A $3,300 chair. You put this up, right?
Yeah.
You buy that and you.
That's like a serious gaming chair.
Yeah, but that is like.
I mean, that's insane. That's a piece of furniture.
I mean.
That's like you're in that thing. That's somebody playing competitive Call of Duty.
Esports, correct. Esports, yeah. Yeah, that's just wild.
Look, this thing's got. Look at this thing. I don't even know what all that was.
I think it takes fuel.
They were highlighting.
It looks like something out of Star Wars. It looks like a scorpion.
Oh, that's so
actually.
cool. It can recline and you can have the monitor right above your face as you lay. Oh,
wow.
Dude.
Yeah, but it's also the price of a Kia Sportage.
Dude, look at that.
It looks like
By the way,
it looks like a scorpion.
Amazon is delivering this to you? How the hell does this come from? How many?
Is it Amazon Prime? Is it free delivery?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, the screens even.
The crane moves with the screens.
Oh.
But I want to know who has purchased. Can you go to reviews? Can you go to reviews and see if anyone's like, love it?
4.6, 4 ratings, because only 4 people could afford this chair.
Okay, click on the picture. The first one. Yeah, let's see what it says. This chair is incredible. To start off, I've had this chair for almost a year now, so this review will cover first impressions as well. I love when they really do it, because we're going here to find out.
This guy's he's a verified buyer.
Yeah. So impressions as well as what it's been like living with it for a while. First, the buying experience. Although I'm usually a compulsive buyer, I did take my time to research a little first. Why, are there competitors here? After all, it is an expensive purchase. After settling on this option, best value for the money. Wow, so I guess there's a market. I decided to jump in and get it. After purchasing, the seller contacted me within 48 hours to confirm my purchase. Someone in shipping sent me photos of the. Okay, come on.
Dude, look at this. It arrived in a crate. It weighs 600 pounds. Is that a ton? How much is a ton?
2,000 pounds.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah. Forget
Wait,
it.
600? How do they get it into your house?
This is skin and bones.
Yeah, how do they get this into your house?
There's a show on TLC, my 600-pound chair. The chair arrived, okay. The packing was gone. Okay, I want to see open it. Once it was down there, it was easy to move. Chair has wheels underneath. This thing is solid for sure. Assembly was straightforward. All right. The chair is solid metal. Components are heavy and sturdy. Everything pieced together very easily. Okay, let's do it. Doesn't come with a monitor.
What does zero gravity gaming mean?
I guess exactly what those 3 words mean.
But what could that possibly mean?
Like you've sat in a zero gravity chair.
No.
I think it makes you feel like you're.
Maybe because you could like recline all the way
if
back.
I got, you see how this thing is reclined with the screens over your face. If I had this chair, my bed would never be seen by my eyes ever again. I would sit in this chair at the end of every day and I would fall asleep in it. I would live in this chair.
When I show this chair to my friends, minds are blown.
Yeah.
It is so comfortable. Zero G gaming is amazing. When it's crazy looking, and when they sit in it, they understand it. Highly recommend this chair to anyone that's in the market. The seller was like, all right, let's see what it was like for them to live with it for a year. Is that on here?
No, that's the end of the.
All right, I've had enough of him.
Wow. All right. I mean, wait, why are we talking about chairs? Oh, because these swivel.
Swivel chairs.
I would be the guy. Like I would just want to see the guy that buys that and plays Pac-Man.
The battle today. I mean, talk about. Well, that's actually inadvertently and unintentionally quite appropriate for the battle today, because the battle today surrounds fireworks, and it's about. Look, it's going to a professional fireworks show as a kid, or getting your own fireworks or whatever. And there's nothing more analog compared to something like that. The experience and entertainment of that versus lighting a M60.
Oh, interesting. I would say the experience of that is like watching $1 million fireworks show.
No, I'm saying though, an at-home fun experience, that versus sparklers. We've come a long way, is what I'm saying.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, we've come a long way. Which team are you?
You know what I am, baby.
You're going professional.
Yeah.
I'm going. No,
I had a childhood. I had fireworks. I had the guy in the neighborhood that maybe lived in his mother's basement, maybe sold kids drugs, or maybe touched people. But you went and you got him, because it was illegal where I was.
Right.
You had to do it on the sly. You had to know somebody.
Right. So wait, then why are you going with professional show?
I had all the fun. I had the experience of it. I liked lighting fireworks and all that jazz. I don't think it's as good as the professional fireworks show and as a kid experience.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I think it's drugs as a kid. It is a kid.
I would venture to say
kid version of smuggling 16 kilos of cocaine across the border.
And I felt it. And it's not that exhilarating because, as long as you had your guy, you felt like when the transaction was happening, fine. It was, you rode your bikes down there, you pulled your money together.
We used to drive to Myrtle Beach for vacation in the summer. There was a place in South Carolina. It's still there. It's called South of the Border.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
We filmed the movie there.
Okay. You can buy fireworks there.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest part of the whole thing, was that on the way to Myrtle Beach or on the way home, we will stop at South of the Border, and buy fireworks and basically smuggle them into Pennsylvania where they are not legal. You can kind of get fireworks now everywhere. Like, it's not as... Remember when they first started appearing everywhere and you were like, holy shit, fireworks are legal now? And it was like the shoddiest...
I still don't think New York allows them.
No, I don't think so.
It was the most
explosives.
Yeah.
Remember when there was like the benign version, and it would be like, it was like it's like when you go to a bar that only has a beer license and they have the fake liquor.
Yeah.
And you're like, this isn't liquor, man.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
They have like the things you light and they coil.
Yeah,
it's like a wick that just gets colorful.
But if you got your hands on the real shit, kids are blowing their thumbs off and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. I actually, I saw a kid right in front of my own eyes. My friend, he got shot in the back while he was running with a bottle rocket. And it literally burned a hole this big into his Batman t-shirt, and he hit the ground.
Did it burn his skin?
It did a little bit, yeah.
Was he okay?
Fine. The fall, I think, it was scary, but I think the fall hurt more.
Jesus, Steve, don't look at that.
Sorry,
I don't want to see that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
My
Steve.
bad.
I mean, we had kids in the neighborhood. We used to have these. We used to get the pipes off of fences. Remember when the fences were like, metal, like piping?
Yeah,
with
we'd shoot a bottle rocket out of it. Yeah,
and we'd hold them like bazookas and shoot it. We did all this, okay. And I started off as a kid with sparklers. and I watched the older kids and the parents, light the things, and then you had the deviants lighting half.
I mean, you're making my argument for me.
half
You're
a stick of
saying
dynamite.
everything I wanted to say.
I never liked an M80. Even as a kid, every stage of my life, I didn't get the M80. I don't need to run in fear. I don't need for car alarms to go off and me to have ringing in my ears. I don't need to scare children and animals. I don't need to risk my fingers or risk. I never understood it. Every time someone lit one, everyone screamed and ran. Everyone got upset, mad, and then that one kid was like, it's like you have things that shoot into patterns and it's colors and things that are way more accessible and fun. Why are you lighting off a verified explosive that people use?
Because it's awesome.
To blow up buildings.
Why are you not lighting it off?
The amount of kids that lost fingers, the amount of frogs that have been blown up, the amount of people that have had a heart attack from it, the amount of people that have a hard of hearing, the amount of
M80's
animals that get traumatized.
M80's had a darkness around them.
M80
that was exciting.
What was bigger, the M80 or the Blockbuster?
I think M80, but I'll look up Blockbuster.
I feel like M80 was the be all end all.
That was
like the submachine Uzi of firecrackers.
That's why it's illegal for more than anything else. Like a bottle rocket is not what they went to court for. Like that is just an explosive. You're calling it an M80. All it is a slice of dynamite.
Right.
It's dynamite.
Yeah.
It's even red.
Yeah.
It's a half a stick of
I'm waiting
dynamite.
for you to say something I'm not gonna like. Everything you're saying excites me.
So that never really went. But the other stuff I liked it, right? But at the end of the day, when the fireworks were done, when we lit off a half hour, an hour, 2 hours, I was done with them. You can only light off so many bottle rockets. You buy you light off 144 bottle rockets, okay? You got the Roman candle. The Roman candle, let me tell you something. The Roman candle has had it too good for too long. The Roman candle...
You're nuts.
The Roman candle...
You're nuts. The Roman candle is a thing of beauty and you know it.
It's fun.
It's beautiful.
It's fun, but it has a ceiling and nobody ever speaks about the ceiling of the Roman candle. Okay?
What is the ceiling?
There is.
There's no ceiling.
It shoots out.
No, Roman candle you hold.
You hold it and it shoots out like these
the
colorful balls.
Yeah.
Right? And there's about 10 of them. You never know when it's really going to stop. Sometimes it's duds. That's another thing. There's so many duds with all types of fireworks. Sometimes you hold it the wrong way. That's a whole thing, But at the end of the day, you're really just shooting it. And it's like, it's landing about, 30, 40 feet over there. And you stand there like this, just hoping it doesn't backfire. And then you light another one. It's nothing that thrilling. We'll talk about what do they call? Cracker Jacks?
Oh, the
Flapjacks?
best.
What are they called?
The one that looks like a string of
Jacks?
like Rambo dynamite?
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
I have them in my house right now.
They're awesome. Oh, I used to love lighting those near my dad's chair, scaring the shit out of him.
But I've seen the kids used to blow up ants. It all encourages destructive behavior. But even those,
those are awesome.
Okay, so a couple things.
The box that shot all the missiles out. It would like,
no, that was a fun one. That was now when you get to the mortars. But now when you get to the mortars, what you're really doing is you're saying, I want some of the Macy's on my block, and I'm going to do the best I can to buy a couple of those. So I'm going to buy 1 billion bottle rockets, 1 billion. What are they called?
I don't know.
Cracker Jacks? No,
I don't know. Firecrackers.
Flapjacks.
I just call them firecrackers.
The red belt.
Yeah, firecrackers.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a gross of firecrackers, tons of sparklers, tons of bottle rockets, a half dozen Roman candles, the tank that goes like this and then shoots, and that thing. And then we'll get 2 mortars and we'll save them for the end because it's the best part. And that's when the show really begins. And we only get 2 of them, right? And what you're doing is you're trying to emulate the historical, globally known Macy's or any professional fireworks show.
Well, here's where I'm going to deviate from you. Yes, if you're trying to do some backyard fireworks show with the dads, there was that version of it. That version of it never excited me. The version I liked was, we're not supposed to have these. Nobody knows we have these. Let's go into the woods and cause some problems.
Fair.
That's what I liked.
Fair.
Yeah.
What age was your first? What was the biggest professional fireworks show you've ever seen?
The New York one.
What scale? You've seen it. But I don't mean from like the building in the East Village. I don't mean from across the river.
I've watched it from a rooftop. I've never gone down to the water and
Okay,
watched it.
what we're talking about is the maximized experience.
But I mean,
here. I'm not
look,
talking
when
about seeing them
When I was in Edinburgh,
yonder.
When I was in Edinburgh, they did during the festival. They did fireworks, I think, every night.
Yeah,
and I stood on a bridge. No, it was amazing.
That's nice.
It was,
but that's probably a truncated 10-minute thing that is there, and it's affordable. But you go to something like Macy's, okay? It's a 40-minute show that cost them millions of dollars. I remember the first time I ever went, and to this day, I remember the exact visceral experience I felt, and I still feel from that. I carry it to this day. When I am right under one of those shows, like where you're right under it, I still think it's magical. I don't think there's anything better. Like, and I like shooting the bottle rockets, but even now to this day, I'm like, if I had a chance to shoot, a Roman candle, a bunch of, bottle rockets and firecrackers, or go see this 40-minute fireworks display.
I think it's a lot of blowhard, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't prepared.
This is my impression. This is my impression of being at a fireworks show. Ready?
Yeah.
I think this is the end. I think this is the end now. That's the whole time.
The
whole time you're going, this is the end, right? Because there's no way they're masturbating this hard and it's not the end. And then it's never the end, by the way.
I think what you're saying, by the way.
It just keeps going.
I think what you're saying, by the way, is a pro. I think what you're saying is pro. You're saying that it's beating itself. It's that good each time that you're like, how are they going to top this? And they do. And they do. And they do. And you're like, this has got to be the end. This is amazing.
Hold on. Let me
Why
say
are you
this.
saying this has got to be the end? Because it's amazing.
Hold on.
And then it goes
let me clarify. I am not saying they top it. I'm saying they just do that over and over. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, great.
I get what you're saying. But when it's the end, when it really is the end,
sometimes
you bet your bottom dollar, it's the end. It sounds like a war-torn area.
But here's the thing: we have to stick to when we were kids. That's the argument.
Yes. So I just bring you back to the first time?
I'm drifting a little into adulthood. When I was a child, my father and mother taking me to see fireworks at Wallaby, as the place was called. I think it was at
the name of
Wallabies.
the places in your towns.
Well, it was a farm. It was like a farm that had cows and like ice cream and stuff.
It wasn't,
or it might have been Waltz's mini golf place. But there was a place you'd go on the 4th and watch from a field. You'd watch fireworks. You'd sit under the things. It was right. But here's the thing, that was great. But and I will call back to our bubblegum discussion. The autonomy of my own fireworks was an excitement and a feeling of you have arrived. You are getting into something now.
I share this feeling with you. So I'm not even denying you it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I liked it too. I didn't like the blockbusters, but I liked it too. I'm saying though that this was something so big, larger than life, inaccessible that I could never see or do anywhere else. You had to go to New York City. And now look, and let me just say one other thing. There's scales of these things, right? There's levels. So yeah, local Pennsylvania one in the field is nice, whether you're right underneath them. I'm not talking about when you look across the harbor and see one like half a mile away, but that's still a different scale. So I'm saying the ultimate ones, right? Macy, I'm sure they're all over the world. I think they had it in Sydney, right? So because I'm not limiting you to just lighting bottle rockets, right? I'm telling you could light an M80,
right?
So I don't want to limit mine to just the small shows. Those were nice, but my parents took me to this when we took the ferry over. We walked to the South Street Seaport that year, and I don't know how, man, but somehow, because it's impossible, we magically sat front and center, and I never saw anything like that close up. And from the first one, I felt like I was literally like on an acid trip. I mean, for a kid, it was magical. It was like I didn't know where to put my eyes. I was surprised after every one, the different pattern shapes. Then they started getting like, they shoot something in the sky and it's a picture. I mean, it's not even just the lights anymore. It's not even the patterns. It's not even the sparkle. It's like, and then the ones that have a span that like light up the entire sky, just amazing, right? Then there were ones, and this was the one that really hooked me. They went off, and then seconds later, they shot back down. They were hearts that came right at you, like lunging at you. They got bigger and bigger, and they came at you. It was like when you go into when you're in the Millennium Falcon, You know, and you know, like that, like it's that effect. Like when you see the stars, like just become lines.
Yeah.
How do you? Where are you getting that? It's so rare. It's like it happens once a year now, or maybe twice, and you have to be lucky to be there and be underneath it. It's like the accessibility that you talk about that gave you autonomy was there all the time, you know? So after a while, it's
what do you mean it was there all the time? No, it wasn't there all the time.
Well, every year you went and you did this. Every single year. You can count on it. And you did it. It wasn't like, for the Macy's Day Fireworks thing, you had to like be like, I hope we go and I hope we get a good spot. And
but you're speaking, but that's the thing. You're speaking specifically to the biggest fireworks show that has ever existed. And that's fair. You can bring it into the debate. But the average person has never been to that. The average person goes to a normal professional fireworks show, which is or can be spectacular, but it's a bunch of fireworks that do the palm tree effect thing in different colors. And then the finale is they shoot a bunch of those at once. The things they are doing in the sky for that Macy's thing, it's like trying to compare going on a Disney World ride to going on a haunted hayride. It's like this is apples and oranges. They've got a budget.
This is what I feel this is compared to your own fireworks, you know? Not even that. Let me clarify too. So,
by the way, you want to talk, I'll say this. You want to talk about waste. I mean, waste. Look at this field after the fireworks have all been set up. It's disgusting. There's garbage and debris everywhere. Yeah, this costs millions of dollars. People are starving in the street.
That's true.
People are spending millions of dollars to make a heart go up in the sky. Like, who cares?
I mean, but you could say that for a million things. It exists. I'm sure it's not good for our carbon footprint either. But
I would imagine.
But I'm just speaking to why I like it. So I will say this. Good point. Fair point you just made. So I will say it's not even so much that it has to be the biggest in the world, but it's the positioning at which you view. So I just think the positioning at which you view it. Okay. So even if it's like a local 20-minute one that, you know, is decent, there's a world of difference from viewing it even like 100 feet that way and underneath. And so the experience of being right under it and looking up.
I get that, but I will say this, and I will speak to that.
Look at this. This is batty.
It's nuts.
Look at this. This is insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Look, and so I'm not more.
But hold on.
I'm not more thrilled as a kid seeing that than being like this.
Well, no.
Oh, a green ball.
No, that's not fair.
Ball,
that's not fair.
A yellow ball. Look out!
I'll tell you why that's not fair.
Hey, Kathy.
You're at the. This is very cool. But you are at the mercy of it. You are, even if you're sitting directly underneath it, you're at the mercy.
But you give yourself to it, and you give.
Yeah, but I love the control, dude. When you had your own fireworks, it was like, ooh, let's put a bottle rocket inside this and see what happens. Let's try to shoot one straight and see what happens. Let's tape the M80 to the G.I. Joe guy and see what happens.
I know, but after a while,
that is so exciting and so fun.
But after a while, you saw what happened.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, it was like
blowing up a G.I. Joe was fun.
Do you love summer? Do you love the heat of summer? Do you want to kick that heat up an extra notch with what? In the Summer of DashPass. All right? We don't gatekeep. Summer of DashPass is back and better than ever with 5 weeks. 5 weeks of deals, exclusive items. And you can only get these things on DoorDash. That's what I'm talking about. It's time for the summer. It's time to get those savings. Get ready for 5 weeks of deals coming to you straight from DoorDash. Whip out that phone. Open the DoorDash app and enjoy those deals on summer stuff now through July 24th. That's now through July 24th to enjoy savings at restaurants, grocery stores, retail shops, and more. Look, I love DoorDash. I use it all the time. I use it when I travel on the road. I use it a lot when I get back from traveling on the road. I use it because I'm always kind of all over the place and I need to get meals or food or even sometimes groceries delivered to me quickly so I can enjoy my meal and not really have to think about I'm in a hotel. I don't know where to go right now because I'm not from here, or I just got back from flying and I'm tired and I don't really want to cook right now. I love DoorDash, and DoorDash offering these types of deals makes DoorDash even better, makes me love it even more. So order on DoorDash and save big during Summer of DashPass. Sign up today. DashPass benefits apply only to eligible orders. Terms apply. Plus, you'll be getting $0 delivery fees and lower service fees with a DashPass membership. DashPass benefits apply only to eligible orders. Terms apply. Sign up for DashPass now if you aren't already a member and enjoy a summer full of savings. DashPass benefits apply only to eligible orders. Terms apply. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Folks, the year is flying by, ain't it? Ain't it? Can you believe that we're this far into 2024 so far? What's something you're proud of? What are you feeling good about? What's something you might still want to accomplish this year? The point is this: life goes fast, and it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins. I think that that's a really crucial part of life. You can call it gratitude. You can call it #best life. You can call it being thankful. Whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. You need to celebrate your wins. Why? Because you set goals, and when you achieve those goals, boom, you did it. Isn't that great? Take a moment. Think about it. Make adjustments for the rest of the year. Why am I talking about this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because therapy can help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. I've benefited from therapy. I've utilized the services throughout my life, and BetterHelp, I can honestly say, is the easiest and most serviceable way that I've ever experienced utilizing therapy. I would say if you haven't done it and you're thinking about starting, you should give BetterHelp a try. I would say if you have done it and you're maybe thinking about jumping back in, I would give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient. It's flexible, and it's suitable to your schedule. You fill out a brief questionnaire, you get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Take a moment. Visit BetterHelp.com/tastebuds today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tastebuds. Folks, let's talk about ButcherBox. I love ButcherBox. And I got to tell you something. They have got incredible deals on premium cuts. And these deals, they're real hard to come by at a grocery store. Trust me on that. I'm talking easy to find, high quality meat and seafood that you can trust. 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork-raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. I can't tell you how many times I'm in a supermarket, I'll see food, the foods we're talking about. I'll go to the fish counter, for instance. Everything says farm-raised. I'll go to the beef section. There's like 2 things that are grass-fed and everything else isn't. I'll go to the pork section. I can't even find the words crate-free 99% of the time. ButcherBox is great. It's free shipping always. It's all delivered right to your doorstep. And these are curated, customized box plans, so you can really pick what you want, what you need, what you can use. There's a variety, again, of high-quality cuts and an amazing value. There's exclusive member deals. There's recipe inspirations, guides, tips, hacks. It's great. It's really great. It's less trips to the grocery store. I mean, we all need that, right? It's hard to get there, especially when you're working. And maybe you got a family. Maybe you're doing both. It's tough. And in the summertime and the nice weather, you don't really want to get stuck going to the grocery store or whatever. You got a grill out back. You want to start grilling. How do you start grilling immediately? If the food's already in the freezer. How's the fruit already in the freezer? And you know what's great? ButcherBox. You get the point. So sign up for ButcherBox today by going to butcherbox.com/tastebuddies and use code TASTEBuddies. That's TASTEBUDDIES. At checkout and enjoy your choice of bone-in chicken thighs, top sirloins, or salmon in every box for an entire year, plus getting $20 off. Again, that's butcherbox.com/tastebuddies and use code TASTEBuddies. Going behind the shopping center with the fireworks next to the dumpsters, that was like going into the bathroom at Studio 54. It was like, it's like this is a party, baby.
I would argue that being underneath this is like being at Studio 54.
That's like being on the dance floor. I'm talking about going into the corners.
Well, if I'm in Studio 54, I want to be on the dance floor, not in the toilet. Look at what we're looking at. Yeah, you can put this up with no sound, right? You can put this up. Yeah. I mean, it's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying when it comes to one thrill versus another, the thrill. To me, fireworks as a kid, getting your own fireworks especially when you weren't allowed to have them.
Yeah.
That was the first charge. Dude, it's up there with my friend's got a penthouse and it's buried in the woods. Like there was a thing happening. You were changing, you were growing. There was danger. There was something dark and dangerous around. I like that. That was thrilling to me, man.
So let me say 2 more points then. I like that even more so than that with your friends. I like the fact that this is a communal experience.
Right.
And I like communal experiences when everyone is locked into the same exact thing and feeling the same feelings and in the same mood and on the same wavelength. And it always is with this. And everyone's cheering at the end and everyone's going for the same exact experience. It's delivering. And it's just nice that that is something that is being shared. And then also, I will speak to the rarity of this because I think that makes it more special. Like, you're only going to see something like this. I mean, even if you tried hard, a couple times a year or whatever it is, right? Like,
right.
A few times. Whereas, like, once summer starts and the guy opens his garage in his mom's basement, he starts selling, you could be lighting fireworks all summer long. And that's might be a pro to you too. But I'm just saying, like, this is such a rarity compared to that. It's so much more spectacular.
I think my take on this, and Steve, take us to the phones because I think that people are going to say things that are going to inspire us that we didn't think of with this one. But I will say this. I think it just speaks to what you derive your pleasure from. I think one is a very innocent, very majestic, very wholesome experience. And I think the other is a little edgy, a little dark, a little dangerous. And I just think it's really going to come down to what gets you off a little bit more.
Right. We've both experienced them both.
Yeah. Like the fireworks display is Disney World. It's prim, it's proper, it's well done, it costs millions of dollars, it's shiny, it's safe, it's wholesome, it's family. Your own fireworks is Action Park. You're like, somebody might goddamn die here today.
Somebody, at least a skin knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, look, to this day, right now, if you're like, do you want to light some fireworks or go see that show? I will still get excited about that show. Fireworks don't necessarily excite me at all.
Well, no, now that we're older, if you said to me, do you want to go light off fireworks? I'd be like, what's wrong with you?
But the feeling has maintained, the feeling has persisted.
Watching a fireworks show just makes me feel like I'm playing a demo at Walmart. What does that mean? Oh, like a TV, like when you watch the TV demo? Big fireworks shows are cool, but we got to talk the whole experience. Running around with the sparklers while grown-ups got drunk and dangerously close to setting the house on fire. It's a whole other league.
Well, now she just wrapped into the burrito there the 4th of July experience.
Okay. Always too afraid of the consequences that may happen if I do it on my own. I spend a few grand that doesn't compare to the big shows. Still choose my own any day.
Okay.
1 year I couldn't go to town. One year I couldn't go to the town fireworks show for some reason, so I went to our driveway with a bag of plastic army went and a lighter and melted those for fun.
But you didn't weigh in. There's a certain feeling, and this might resonate with you, of pride and responsibility when you see one of your own fireworks going off. Plus, those Roman candle fights were unmatched.
That was scary as shit when a guy would point a Roman candle at you.
I was never allowed to set off fireworks or be around friends who did.
Fireworks are illegal in Florida when I was a kid, so my dad would have to buy them in Georgia and bring them back. Having illegal smuggled fireworks made them so much more exciting.
Wait, stop there, buddy. Watching a fireworks show is like watching someone sleep with your spouse. Sure, there's a lot of bangs and a grand explosion for a finale, but you didn't get to participate, so you finished the night off with blue balls.
I mean, it's a long way around the bend, but I get what he's saying.
Having your own sparklers is nice and all for a minute, but it can't compare with the grand Hiroshima fireworks that shows have. It's all the bang with none of the struggle of burning your fingers off.
Well, she's also zeroing in on sparklers, which I got to be honest, I didn't even think of when we were talking about this until you said sparklers. I don't consider sparklers fireworks.
They're entry level.
It's like birthday candles or something.
Yeah, but it's everyone's first firework.
Is it a firework though? Is it really a firework?
It's sold with fireworks, called a firework, only used when around fireworks.
But even in places where fireworks are illegal, you get sparklers. I guess that's why I never associated them together.
Right.
That,
Well, that's the craftiness of the sparkler. Rather see the pros instead of losing an eye or having the yard catch on fire. I was terrified if it wasn't done by a pro. They have better quality and fun shapes. Bottle rocket and Roman candle fights by the South Shore were the best.
Both of them are good. The better ones are the big fireworks that you can go see. I watch the big ones every single year at a water park I go to, as well as every summer.
The threat of someone with a secret vendetta pointing one at me is enough to never make me do them alone.
All's fun and games until Uncle Larry loses a finger at home.
Something about a big live fireworks show is so magical. I haven't been to one in a minute. It's also at the end of my favorite movie, Annie.
Oh, look, Scotland. Being from Scotland, we don't get much gunfire, so fireworks are phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know what it is. They do them like every night there. I don't know why. But
Where?
In Edinburgh, Scotland. That's what I was saying earlier.
Okay.
There was a bridge you'd stand on, and they did a fireworks show every night. It was actually very romantic. I remember thinking if I loved somebody, it would be nice to stand here with them. Nothing beats launching artillery shells from your hand. Sure. I always loved how literal the name is. This is how fire works. Having your own fireworks, the risk is part of the fun. I don't know, man. I don't know.
According to the phones, it's. I think
we've
it's
been misled
70-30.
by the phones before, where we think it's going. All right, let's just go to the vote.
Right now, I'm counting like 20 in a row.
Let's go to the vote. I mean,
homemade. Put that guy in a
wait,
watch
what?
list.
Who says homemade?
This says homemade. We're not.
All right. Quick, do a scan of his hard drive.
Yeah, no shit. Jesus
let me
Christ.
say this. I just want to go back to free, because as a kid, funds were limited, and a lot of parents didn't let their kids buy the fireworks, or even if they did, they gave them the money and said, "This is what we got." So the cup, it runs out. You know what I mean? So your supply runs out. That was always a bummer. On the big day, sure, you got people all over the neighborhood has your parents, but in a general sense, you had what you had, and you had to have money to get more. You had to have money. This is on the grandest scale. You're watching something that costs millions of dollars for free.
There's something
they're making you pay.
Yeah,
they're making you pay $5 for literal firecrackers.
Yeah,
and then they're telling me I'm going to show you a NASA-like firecracker show.
I got news for you, buddy. You might get that show for free, but gas, grass, or ass, nobody rides for free. They're juicing in every other part of that fireworks display. You're going to pay for parking. You're going to get upcharged on the ice cream cone.
They're in public places, babe.
Funnel cake. You're going to spend a few bucks.
No.
They're going to get you.
The people that sell ice cream cones aren't the people that are lighting off the fireworks.
I will tell you this, and it makes me... This is a very odd thing, and I don't even know if I'm able to explain it, but it's something that makes me sad. There's something about when you're a kid, the excitement of going to a fireworks show and knowing you're getting ice cream and knowing that all day you're probably bothering your parents about it and whatever. It's such a simple thing to derive joy from. And a lot of people would say that's what's beautiful about it. There's something that makes me sad about that, where I'm like, it's a nice memory, but like when I really think about like being so obsessed with like being in a situation where I could conceivably get screamed at by my parents because of the way I'm acting about ice cream, or that I could have a tantrum because we didn't sit in a good enough place. And that could be
applicable anywhere, but it resonates.
But for some reason, this thing is really making me think of that, like the immaturity that it could bring out of you if it didn't go the right way.
Really?
And a nice
That's
night
such
suddenly
a weird handle to pick that up from.
I'm a weird guy. I've been picked up by a weird handle my whole life, and I'm going to continue to pick things up by a weird handle. What is this?
So
did you ever? Oh, you got to play him.
If it weren't for the homemade the home show fireworks, we wouldn't have been gifted.
We wouldn't have this. And that's Bryce Aroni makes a very good point. Is this the original?
What is this?
Find the original. You just watch.
All right.
Hey, hold on. 2 cars, huh?
This is called Backup Terry.
You got 2 cars coming 2 different ways. key on there. Bag up, bag up. Bag up, Terry. What they reverse, Terry? What they reverse? Oh, Lord. Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry? Terry, what you doing?
He's fine. He's laughing.
The guys in the beginning, he was going, back up, Terry, back
Yeah,
up,
that's
Terry.
great. He's safe. There you go. See? All right, let's see. Let's see this vote. Let's see what we got in the poll here. Humble pie. Sal thinks I'm going to take it, but I don't know.
If you take this, just correct me if I'm wrong, but what did we do 2 weeks ago? What did we do 2 weeks ago?
Hold up.
The bubble gum.
Was it?
The bubble gum. The gum, candy cigarettes.
Cigarette gum, yeah. So you won that.
Yes.
So if you take this, it's 3 weeks in a row, right?
Yes. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And I might have, what was the last battle of April? Or of May, excuse me.
Was that the last battle, I think, was the soft pretzel and warm nuts.
That was of May?
Yeah.
And
who won?
That was soft pretzel, I think, was by a lot.
Scroll back. You'll see.
All right, so this will be 4 in a row if I take this.
Oh, Jesus, man. All right, so Rice-A-Roni is going. Have your own fireworks. We got... Oh, my God. Oh,
See,
my God.
I told you.
Oh, my God, yes.
I told you.
Oh, my God.
I told you the phones are
dude.
misleading.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is something else.
Wow.
This is something I could have never
No.
guessed this, especially
No.
the way the phones were.
No, I know.
All right, listeners at home,
Wow.
live fireworks show takes the win 51% to 49%.
That's wild.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah.
We have not had a 1% disparity in a while.
No.
1%?
No, that's... What's the closest it ever was? 50.5 versus
No, we've
49.5?
had 2 times we've had dead ties.
Okay.
Egg salad and tuna
But
salad tie.
with an actual win, though, we've actually had 50.5 versus 40, right? Okay.
Yeah, but this is as close as you're going to get. I mean,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that just now. That is crazy.
See? I
That's
had
crazy.
a feeling.
It's right down the middle.
2,900 votes. I had a feeling. I was like, I feel like this. I'm not going to win this, even though it seems like I will.
At this level of, let's just say, round up, okay, and it's changing a little bit now. I went up 0.3%. But if you round up, that's a difference of like 30 votes.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's great. All right.
So this is game for a rematch.
What's that?
This is game for a rematch.
Yes.
Man, thank you, by the way, just inanimate big live fireworks show for coming in and just winning by 1%. I needed it. We were in a big slump here, and this is kind of the boost. This is the rally. Now it went back down. I mean, this is
That's wild.
this is back and forth here.
All right, make a note of this one, Steve. This is
Let's check it
rematch
out
territory.
let's check it when it expires tomorrow and just see what's up.
All right.
But check out my my special Terrified on YouTube, and Everything's Fine tour on sale right now. All 30 cities. SalVulcanoComedy.com. Check it out.
Tickets for my special on sale now at joederosa.com. September 14th. It's a Saturday. Phoenixville, Pennsylvania Colonial Theater. Very, very, very few tickets available. Go check it out. Go buy them. And I'll also see you on the new tour. Dates are being added soon. Once we shoot this Rose Garden Hour, it's all new material and on every date after September 14th. So, all right, folks.
Still love you.
Love you too.